The next thing we need to be able to do is find the distance between 2 points, okay? And again, we have a formula for this, and we do the same thing. We just need the 2 points. We call one of the points x1, y1, call the other one x2, y2, and we just sub it all into the distance formula, right? So yeah, I'll get to this point in a second. So distance, length, they all mean the same thing, and it's the same formula. But we'll see this question now. Write down the coordinates of the point A, B, and C. So what is the coordinates of A here? -1, 3. Do people agree? Exactly. So we're -1 across, we're 3 up, so we're going to be at the coordinate point -1, 3. What about B? We're 5 across, and we're 3 up, so x is 5 because we're 5 across, we're 3 up vertically, so we get 5, 3. And then lastly, C is going to be -1, 8. -1 across and 8 up. Now, here's something we need to be aware of. These bars, okay, so the question is, find bars B to C. Give your answer in surd form. These bars right here mean the distance from the point B to the point C. So we want to find this distance right here. That I'll just call it x for now. So that distance here, the distance from B to C. So remember, those bars, they mean distance. Now usually they'll say find the distance from B to C, but they could show you those bars. Now one thing, if you do see it and you get confused, one thing to note here is that with the distance formula, which they say length in the log tables, we have those bars there, right? So we have a diagram above, we have some point P, some point Q, and they're saying bars PQ, which means the distance from P to Q is given by this formula right here. Okay, so again, very similar to the slope, the first thing we do is we write out the formula. So the distance between 2 points, B and C, is going to be given by the square root of x2 minus x1 2b squared, let me zoom in, plus y2 minus y1 2b squared. And now, all we need are the coordinates of the 2 points we're trying to get the distance between. So in this case, we're trying to get the distance from B to C. So we have the coordinates of B, we have the coordinates of C. All we do is call one of the points x1, y1, exact same process as slope, and we call the other point x2, y2. Again, it doesn't matter which one we call, x1, y1 and x2, y2. Now what we do is we throw it all into the formula, carefully now. So the distance from B to C is going to be equal to what? The square root of x2. x2 is -1. Minus, and that minus is in the formula, x1, which is equal to 5. So -1 minus 5, and that thing to be squared. We then do plus y2, y2 is 8, minus y1, and y1 is 3, and that thing is to be squared. Now, you can put this all in your calculator, but it is good to see because students get confused with the square root and what's going on here. So I want to show it. So what do we have here? Well, -1 minus 5, what is that? -1 minus 5. What can this bracket become? Something squared. -1 minus another 5. And don't be confused here with multiplication, where a minus by minus is a plus. We're subtracting. So -1 minus another 5 is going to be an even further minus. Yeah, exactly. It's going to be -6. And you can try it on your calculator. -1 minus 5 is -6. Then this bracket's a bit easier. 8 minus 3 is 5. And we have 5 to be squared. So then, what is this going to become? Well, -6 to be squared, what is that going to be? What does it mean to square something? It means multiply it by itself. -6 multiplied by -6. 6 by 6 is 36 anyways. And we have a minus by minus. This time we're multiplying, so minus times a minus is a plus. So -6 squared is going to become 36. And then what is 5 squared going to become? What's 5 squared? 25. Exactly. So this whole thing, this whole mess that we started with, is going to become 36 plus 25, which I think is 61. 36 plus 25, yeah, 61. So we have the square root of 61, And we can now just put in square root 61 into our calculator. And that is going to actually be our answer. Why is it going to be our answer? Because they said put it into surd form. So we saw that with trig. Surd form just means leave your answer in square root form. Okay, so don't change it to decimal. So we say root 61, and what is important here, what am I forgetting with the root 61 at the moment? If we found a distance, what do I have to put after root 61? Units, exactly. So you would put in the unit if it was centimeters, meters, or whatever. But in this case, because there are no units mentioned, we just say units. So root 61 units. And that is your final answer there. Root 61 units. So, and you can put it all into your calculator from here. But it is good to see how it actually works. So if we want to find the distance between 2 points, the first thing we need to be aware of is those bars, they mean the distance from B to C. Okay? So there's a formula in our log tables that we don't really need to learn off, and it is this formula right here. The square root of x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. That is the distance formula, and it says length on the right. Similarly, it says the slope formula is that, and so on. If we want to find the distance between the 2 points, we need the coordinates of the 2 points we're trying to get the distance from. So we're trying to get the distance from B to C. We know the coordinate B is 5, 3. C is minus 1, 8. So we just call one of them x1, y1, the other one x2, y2. Once we've done that, we sub everything into the formula. So x2 is minus 1, so we sub that in there. Minus x1, minus is in the formula. x1 is 5, so minus 1 minus 5. And it's that thing to be squared. Plus y2, which is 8, minus y1. And y1 is 3, so 8 minus 3 to be squared. Minus 1 minus 5 is minus 6, so we have minus 6 squared. Plus 8 minus 3 to be squared. 8 minus 3 is 5, so we have 5 squared, and you can just put in your calculator from there. All good?